Morning, Trainiacs. Got in a 1 hour swim, 2,700 meters, and then a 20-minute water run. No fancy workout montage today because, frankly, I don't feel very tough when I water run. It doesn't make sense to have a big, tough workout montage like when I'm flutter kicking, basically intense aquasizing in the pool. I realized something during my time pontificating during that aquasizing intensity is that perhaps nobody has ever seen David McNAMEE run. He always comes from so far back in Kona, and then when he gets to the finish line, he walks and really soaks it in down the finish chute. So we're gonna try to find some David McNAMEE running viz and see if we can analyze why he's able to run his way through a good chunk of the field in Kona. All right, Trainiacs, I actually think that David McNAMEE might be the best runner that nobody has ever seen. I had one heck of a time finding some running footage of him. We had like a little bit, but it's like catching a unicorn while we were in Kona. It was like just a flash, and I don't even think that we got a full, not the best running footage, but I found some. It was tough. So before we get into showing you David McNAMEE's running stride, I want to show you how good a runner he actually is. Right here, we've got the 2018 Ironman World Championship results, and this is sorted by the fastest runs. Now, quite often, there's an age grouper who comes in and has one of the fastest runs out there, like a former elite marathoner, and that was the case this past year. Jurt Schipper from the Netherlands had the fastest run, then Patrick Lange, fastest runner out there, owner of the course record. Bart Arnault, second place. Third, in 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 3 seconds, David McNAMEE. Was this an aberration? Well, let's check out 2017. Again, we had Jetse Plaat from the Netherlands, run 2:19, fastest run. We had Louis-Philippe Rodriguez run a 2:39, couple of age groupers. Again, Patrick Lange running 2:39.59. Next fastest run, David McNAMEE 2:45.30. So he is consistently one of the best runners in Kona, which is a race where the best runners and the best triathletes show up. The man can run. So we've got some footage here of David McNAMEE in the last mile of the marathon in Kona in 2018. One of the things that we can all take from this is the slightly forward lean. David McNAMEE has a really nice, about 1 to 2 or 3 degree forward lean kind of from his chest, but it's not like he's slouching over. He's not leaning from his hips. If you go all the way forward, right there, he's leaning forward from his ankles. And that's why I tell you to lean forward as if there is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa away from you, and you're trying to basically make your body line parallel with that, and it's coming from your ankles. So your chest, your hips, your knees, it all just slightly leans forward, and then you pick up your cadence and you just let yourself kind of fall controlled forward. He's landing on his midfoot. It's not on his heel. It's not on his forefoot, up on his toes, basically right on the mid to forefoot, but it doesn't really matter where you land. There have been studies that show that after about 6 minutes per mile, it's actually more efficient to land on your heel than it is to land on your midfoot. Most of us are running slower than 6 minutes per mile, but when it comes right down to it, only thing that really matters is that you are basically underneath your center of gravity. What you can see with David McNAMEE here is that he is just slightly out front, just a tiny bit out front. on both sides. His body is over top of his foot, and that's right underneath his center of gravity. You don't want your foot to be landing way out front, putting the brakes on. Look at how quick he's coming up off the ground. The reason that he's able to land a little bit further out front than I would recommend any of you do is because he's spending such a little amount of time on the ground. His ground contact time is tiny. It's probably about a third to a half of what our ground contact time is. So the impact that is placed on his body isn't as much as would be placed on your body. And the next thing from this angle that I want you to see is how quick his run cadence is. And the thing that I want you to keep in mind is your run cadence should be somewhere around 180 steps a minute. And that 180 steps is right around the cadence of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you don't need a watch, you don't need a chest strap, you don't need the stride power meter to tell you all of this exactly. They all help, but you can get pretty close with that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He's pretty close. And that's in the last mile of Kona where a lot of people are just falling apart. So that tells you that it's important to have that nice quick cadence, and it's important to be structurally strong so you don't break down towards the end of a marathon. David McNamee, he's got a really low arm carry. His arms are kind of down by his hips, and you think, well, that's not very efficient. That doesn't look like Patrick Lange up here, kind of around his rib cage. Well, David McNamee still has some of the recommended running stride features that any good runner has. And you see that his arm doesn't cross over the center line. That's what we don't want. We don't want you to come across here, getting your momentum going that way and that way. He's using his arms in unison with his stride. So when we go back to the other video, you see that he is pumping those arms more in behind him than in front. And when you start getting tired, that's what you want to start doing. If you start getting your arms coming out front, it doesn't create that elasticity in behind your body to snap your body back and forth to drive those legs forward when you start getting tired. It's close-ish to around 90 degrees. That's about where you want. You don't want a real tight chicken wing like that. You don't want it really lax and way out to the side. He does have them nice and at that 90 degrees in behind him, propelling himself forward. Actually pretty good. No wonder he runs so damn fast. So you go, Trainiacs. That is David McNamee's running stride. That's actually the first time that I've really analyzed it. I've only seen him run, I don't know, for a grand total of like 10 seconds, but it's no wonder he's a good runner. He's light on his feet. He's got that nice forward lean. He's nice and posturally straight. He's got a quick cadence. You can tell that his arms are helping drive his legs forward. And you know what? According to what he told me the day after he placed third in Kona this year, he could give me this little wink and he's like, maybe we come back and win it next year. I'm pretty bad at accents, but I think that was Irish. At least it was close to his Scottish accent. There you go, Trainiacs. If you aren't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button below. If you are subscribed, go out there and run like the wind.